Okay. I'm Larry from FullMetalRock.com. The pleasure of speaking with Mr. Jeff Loomis, Nevermore.
Hi, how are y'all doing today?
Doing great, man.
Good, good.
Oh, first of all, have you ever taken guitar lessons?
Well, yeah, I took a few when I first started playing, you know, back in, God, 1980, what year did I start? I started probably in 82, 83, something like that. And I took group lessons, you know, learning simple chords and stuff like that. But I really learned most of my technique and my playing from just listening to records, you know, like early Van Halen records and Randy Rhoads and stuff like that. So mostly, I guess you could say I'm an ear-trained guitar player, where I just spun stuff really slowly and learned it note for note. You know?
Gotcha.
Because I could never really pick up the theory thing or anything like that from instructors, so I just did my own thing, and that's how it's been ever since.
Cool deal. 10 years ago, did you expect to be on the level as far as your skill level? I mean, that you are now.
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, I always just strive to be better as a musician, you know. I think from record to record that we've done, there's always been a stepping stone of us progressing as being better songwriters and me being a better guitar player. I mean, it's not just technique, you know, it's all about being a songwriter and a composer as well. You know, if you can combine those two things together, you know, you will become a better musician in the long run. So that's kind of how it works out for me. Yeah.
You know, just from this is the first time I met you, but you seem from the videos you seem humble, you know, and
yeah.
But you just mentioned in the same breath as Vi, Malmsteen, you know. I mean, do you think you've earned your? You know?
Well, I don't know, man. That's really cool that people say that, and I never really, you know, looked to be like a guitar god or anything like that. I've always wanted to be known for, you know, writing a good song. You know, that's the most important thing. But I think since I put my solo record out, my instrumental record out, a lot of people have been kind of seeing another light of Jeff Loomis. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool to be in that realm of other greats like that, and I can't complain, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm very happy that people look up my guitar.
Can we expect another instrumental album?
Yeah, I'm working on one right now, as a matter of fact. Yeah, so I would imagine that it would probably be out sometime in early spring at this point. Yeah.
All right. Whenever you write a lead, have you ever written a lead and wrote a rhythm around a lead, or does the rhythm always?
It goes both ways, really. Sometimes I'll come up with a progression that's lead oriented, and I'll write a rhythm behind that. Other times I'll write rhythms and come up with leads on top of that. So it can go both ways for me. It doesn't really matter. Even funnier, I mean, some other times I'll write a drum line first on a rhythm machine. You know what I'm saying? So it can go either way. Whatever I'm inspired to do at that given time is what's going to come out. So I really don't have a set way of doing it. I just do whatever flows out of me at the time, at any given time.
Like on something as complex as the Psalm of Lydia lead. When you write something like that, do you take it slow, or you just hit the ground running and it comes out? You know.
Well, at that point, when I was writing that record, I already had the, you know, arpeggio sequences that I played down pretty good and solid. So really, it was just a matter of writing that rhythm behind it, that jangly part, and coming up with that flowing thing over the top of it. So it's just a matter of experimentation, really, and playing what sounded good at the time.
You have some more? I have a few, maybe 4 or 5 more questions.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
What's your favorite song on the new album?
My favorite song on the new record, I would have to say it's probably the title track, Obsidian Conspiracy, just because, you know, there's different elements of, you know, metal combined within that song. There's elements of progressive metal, there's elements of thrash. All in all, it's a very guitar-oriented song, so I think that would probably have to be my favorite. I mean, the whole record to me is really cool because I think it's something different than what we've done in the past. You know, I think that this new record is much more structured musically. I think the choruses come in faster, and it's just much more catchier of a record. So it's a little bit different of a record for us. It's gotten a lot of mixed reviews, but I think in the long run, the band has to be happy first and foremost. So that's what we're doing.
What was it like working with Peter?
It was great. It was really cool. He was a huge influence, you know, as far as this new record, because he really took a lot of the songs that I had that were very long songs and really structured them better. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so we basically cut out the fat, so to speak, and made it more into a cohesive piece of music. You know what I mean? The entire record, really.
What advice you have to a guitarist just starting out, or somebody who wants to take it to the next level?
Well, he really should focus on having an open mind when it comes to listening to all sorts of styles of music. You know what I mean? I see a lot of guitar players out there that you know, just listen to thrash metal or speed metal or whatever. You know, they don't open up their minds to other genres of music, like classical music or jazz music. You know, there's so much out there to soak in as far as being a musician. So I would say just keep an open mind and try to, you know, focus on listening to all sorts of styles of music. And obviously just to practice, you know, because I mean, your practice regimen is really your most important thing, you know. You have to put in the time to be a good player. That's the most important thing. Lots of people want to play fast right away, and it just doesn't work that way, you know what I mean? You have to start slow and work up to speed.
Cool deal,
Yeah.
man. Can I get a plug from you? Just
Absolutely.
state your name and you know, and you're listening or you're watching Full Metal Rock. FullMetalRock.com.
FullMetalRock.com. Okay. Hey, this is Jeff Loomis from the band Nevermore, and you're listening to FullMetalRock.com.